So it's been 1 month now since I first got my hands on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, about a month and a half since I first got the Galaxy Z Trifold, and it's been 8 months since I first got my hands on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. And in this video, I want to share some of the new experiences I've had with all these phones and also how they compare to each other, because in this past month and a half or so, I've been juggling between these three devices since it seems like Samsung has 3 flagship phone offerings right now. Granted, the Trifold did just get discontinued technically. Definitely still want to talk about this one in relative to these two. This Trifold becoming so expensive right now, it's going for about $4,500 on eBay, whereas the Ultra and Fold 7, you can get them directly from Samsung's website for better deals with trade-ins and things like that. So starting with the outer displays here, we have the new 6.5-inch display on these foldables, same screen here on this, and then we have the 6.9-inch display on the S26 Ultra. I will say, using this Ultra in the past month, even though I have really enjoyed the foldable form factor for frankly the past few years now, I am really enjoying this larger 6.9-inch display in what is a pretty slim form factor, even if you have a case on your phone, and just having some of the latest features that have been really interesting to use, like the new privacy display. Very nice feature to have. We of course have the super steady with horizontal lock, so everybody's been playing around with this like crazy. You can turn your phone completely around and it keeps it in frame. It's basically a built-in gimbal to this phone, and of course all of the Galaxy AI features, in addition to what is really surprising to me is the S Pen. Having the S Pen on this S26 Ultra, I think it is a huge miss to not have S Pen support on this device, especially on the Trifold over here. I think when you have a $3,000 retail device and you can open up to a 10.1-inch display, and Samsung offers so many tablets and they all have S Pens, it is just so strange to not have the S Pen support on your top-end device. Love that the S26 Ultra has all of the latest and greatest features. It has a very good display here. I know there's been also discussion online of this not having as vibrant of a display as last year's S25 Ultra because of having this new privacy feature. It's a hardware built-in aspect to the phone, so it does slightly affect your image quality on this. But I will say, in just my average everyday use, I have this on the maximum resolution of 1440p. I'm usually using it around maximum brightness. It's a very good looking display, and even though this is missing some of the screen real estate from the folds, I do love that everything is really easy to see and read on this S26 Ultra, whereas things can be smaller on these folds. So if I just go over to Google News here, not that it's a night and day difference. You have here what is technically the best form factor. It is the slimmest, and it does feel pretty lightweight considering the size of phone you have here. The Fold 7, really solid 2-in-1 device, having a tablet and smartphone in your pocket. I have used all of the past generation Folds, and this one without a doubt has the slimmest and lightest form factor, and even with this case on, it still has a really lightweight feel. So just to put this into perspective, Fold 7 here, 258 grams with this case on. Now, if I add my S26 Ultra here, 252 grams. So the same weight pretty much, except you're getting a foldable tablet with you, which this, even though it looks awkward on screen, and I know a lot of people like to criticize when you watch content, when you do things on it, you're never getting a true full screen experience here. And there are some limiting aspects on this Fold compared to these other devices, such as some slower 25-watt charging. It's not a deal breaker, but I do wish it had faster charging speeds. It does also have slower wireless charge speeds at 15 watts compared to the new 25 watts on the Ultra, which is noticeable, as well as that 60-watt charging, of course. But when you get away from all the features and all the spec sheets, an average everyday use case, the Fold 7 is the one that I am still coming back to time and time again. It has an impressively lightweight, very good performance with the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. I personally do a lot of mobile gaming, so I can personally take advantage of the full display here, even though a lot of people say that their media is limited. I personally don't mind it just because the device is still so lightweight and feels comfortable in the hand. It is noticeably lighter weight than the Trifold, and this is in the aspect of when it is folded up in particular. Checking the weight on this Trifold, 355 grams. It is just a noticeably heavier device when on that outer display. But if you can look past that, then you have what is the lightest 10-inch tablet on the market. You have a super slim device here, super portable form factor, feels really light when when you have it opened up here. This has honestly been a game-changing device for me in the fact that when I go on trips now, this is what comes with me. Having this massive inner display came in really clutch on some recent long flights. There is so much versatility with this device, and the fact that using it in portrait orientation is actually one of my favorite ways of using it. Using this for Samsung Notes has been one of my favorite experiences. I can just go ahead, open this up. I have a really nice keyboard here. We have a very lightweight device here, very easy to scroll and reference my notes while keeping the keyboard open. You can totally forget about this on the S26 Ultra. Even though we have the S Pen here, sometimes stuff is just really small on this S26 Ultra compared to what else Samsung is offering right now. So I would say this trifold is a 3-in-1 device at this point. This is your phone, this is your tablet, this is your computer as well. It's so easy to just pack a couple accessories alongside of this, and I have a computer replacement with this device now. It does just come at the price of a noticeable amount more of bulk and heft on the outer screen, whereas this Fold 7 just feels like an incredible everyday option. So when you're picking this up every day and taking this in and out of your pocket every day, it feels just like using one of these larger smartphones. Taking a look at the crease in the middle here, I will say when you are in harsher lighting environments, it does become very apparent, very noticeable in the middle of your screen. So in that aspect, it does also kind of feel limiting compared to something like the S26 Ultra that just feels like it has all the bells and whistles of a proper Samsung device having that anti-reflective display. But I still think for me, at the time of this video, Fold 7 is just the best everyday option. I know it doesn't seem like the best choice. We have the best tablet on this trifold, the most innovative device. We then have the Ultra with every single bell and whistle at what is the lowest price of these. And even though I was really hyped about this trifold at launch, it's just interesting that Samsung discontinued the phone. But now I have this device that I could potentially sell for way more than what I bought it for, and I would still have two incredible mobile devices here in the Fold 7 and S26 Ultra for overall a much lower amount of money. But I will say this trifold has seriously been the most impressive mobile device that I've used as of recent. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts right now on these top-end Samsung phones, S26 Ultra, Fold 7, and trifold in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.